You've probably heard every fitness influencer say that you must progressively overload every single week by adding weight or adding reps or your progress stops. But the truth is, for most everyday people, that advice is just unhelpful and it can actually hold you back. And today I'm going to show you a smarter, safer, and more realistic way to train. So progressive overload is usually taught as a strict, pre-planned progression model. So you take a 12-week program, map out exactly what weights and reps you'll do each week, and you push to hit those numbers no matter what. And honestly, that works if you're a competitive athlete. Now, if you're peaking for an event with perfect conditions, perfect recovery, and everything in your life revolves around your training, then yes, pre-planning makes complete sense. But for the rest of us, it's just completely unrealistic. Because let's be honest, you don't live in a laboratory. You have a job, you have family commitments, you have stress, you have bad night's sleep. Life gets in the way. And all of that affects how strong you are day to day and your ability to recover. So the problem is pre-planned progressive overload assumes that your life is perfect every week, but it's not. And that's why so many people stall, burn out, get injured, or feel guilty for falling behind the plan. You miss one workout because you're tired or you can't hit last week's numbers, and suddenly you feel like the whole plan is ruined. Auto-regulation solves these problems. It's a training approach that adjusts your workout intensity based on how you actually feel and perform that day, not on what a spreadsheet says you should be able to do. Now, there are many ways to program auto-regulation, but here's a simple method that I've been using in my training that's really helped. You take your first set close to failure. It doesn't have to be all the way to failure, but it needs to be close enough to be stimulative. Take that number and multiply it by 2. That gives you your remaining rep target, and that rep target is then done in rest pause sets. So for example, if my first set was 10 reps, I take that 10, multiply by 2, that gives me 20 more reps that I need to complete. And I get those remaining 20 reps done in as many mini sets as it takes to get done. So that's it. It's simple, flexible, and very effective. So this automatically adjusts to how you feel that day and what you're capable of that day. So if you're well rested, focused, and energetic, and you really push that first set, the workout is naturally harder. However, if you had a bad night's sleep, if you worked a long shift, or if you're just generally stressed out and you're not focused on your training, your first set is going to be lower, giving you a target that's still tough, but it's safe and doable. So either way, you still train hard, you still stimulate the muscle, and you still improve, but you do so without forcing yourself to PR when you're not ready for it. And this just helps to remove the pressure of, I have to beat last week's numbers. I'm too tired to hit heavy weights, but it says I need to in the plan. And if I don't set a new personal best, then the workout is wasted. Instead, you work as hard as you can today, not according to a plan that was made 8 weeks ago when life was a bit calmer. And that's the real key to consistency. Now, when you apply auto-regulation to your training, you stop skipping workouts because you're not at your best. You stop pushing heavy weights when you're exhausted and more likely to injure yourself. You stay injury-free and you build more consistency, which is really what matters in any plan. Now, auto-regulation doesn't mean taking the easy option. It means you have an honest conversation with yourself and you work as hard as you can that day. So some days are going to be a big effort, some days are going to be a little bit more modest, but every day is productive. And that's the whole point. So if you're tired of training plans that don't fit your life or you constantly feel like you're falling behind, try auto-regulation. It's simple, adaptable, and honestly, it's one of the biggest reasons I stay consistent year round. Now, if you want me to break down more auto-regulation methods or you want full programs built around this approach, let me know in the comments and I'm more than happy to make that happen. Anyway, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.